Good morning, everyone.
You realize you just confessed in front of witnesses to the rape of Christine Montgomery.
Yes.
No, he doesn't realize nothing. He's sick. He's not coherent.
That's right, he's sick. He's sick. I'm a witness to that. What he needs is a doctor, and obviously he's hallucinating, and that's why he's saying these things. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Get his doctor in here, Dr. Jake Martin. Come on, Jack. After all he's been through, he's acting crazy.
Well, you're not helping me right now. The only way you can help me is just to let me get through this.
Just let him have his say. Go right ahead.
I'm not sick. I'm not crazy. I'm trying to do the right thing. It's the only thing I can do.
You tell us about that night then, Ryan.
What, you need details?
Hey, whoa. Let me make a deal with Jack before you say anything, okay?
I don't want a deal, Trevor. I just want this to be over with.
Ryan, please don't.
You're slitting your own throat.
Come on, Ryan. Tell us about Halloween.
Halloween was exactly the way the bartender and everybody else said it was. I came on to Kit. She shut me down. We were drunk. We were out of our minds. And I couldn't believe she didn't want me, so I waited for her in the parking lot. I followed into the dark. I came onto her again. She said no, but I didn't care. And I had sex with her anyway. You call that rape? And that's what it was. I'm your man. I'm a man who wants peace. I want to put an end to all this unpleasantness for everybody. Maybe even become your friend.
You're a freak. You're like one of these people who breaks into movie stars' homes and wants
No. I don't want to bask in anybody else's glory. I want my own. The same as you. You always have. And now you've got it. You're a Montgomery, an heiress. You know, the sky's the limit for someone with your brains and talent.
You don't know if I have any brains or talent. You don't know anything about me.
I know you managed to keep yourself out of jail. Given your past, that took smarts. Why don't you use them now? Just walk away from all this ugliness. Have a great life.
I am not afraid of you or anyone. So just say what you're going to say about me.
Oh. What about when they go after your big brother, Jack?
No, wait, what does Jack have to do with this?
You never grew up with brothers, so you don't know how they work. Let me clue you in. Brothers are loyal. They look after one another. Now, your brother, Jack, right? Well, he's convinced you can do no wrong. And he's feeling a little guilty, too, about all those lost years when he wasn't around to protect you. It makes sense. It makes sense that he'd push the envelope.
What are you getting at?
Do I really have to spell this out for you? Falsifying the DNA evidence. Be such an easy thing for him to accomplish, yet such a devastating blow to his career.
See, Jack did no such thing.
Well, you know how the papers are gonna read. Yeah, the accusation comes as a blaring headline, and the retraction you can usually find on page 32, column 6, in small print.
No, see, no one would believe that my brother would do that.
Well, I'm like most people in America. All I know about the law is what I learned from the O.J. Simpson trial. Seems pretty clear to me that, that a DA in your brother's shoes ought to What's that word again? Step aside?
Recuse himself.
That's it. Yeah, Jack ought to recuse himself from this case instead of prosecuting it. A district attorney, after all, has to be elected, and I think that's what the voters would want.
You would do that to Jack?
No. No, you would. What about your brother Travis, your big brother? He's pretty well known in Seattle, I hear. And your nieces, and nephews, Molly, Bianca, little Sean. Be so sad if they had to go to school, explain to all their friends about their naughty Aunt Christine.
My God, how can you sit there so calmly and torture me like this?
You need to realize what could happen. I'm doing you a favor.
What has you in such a stew? It's Adam Chandler, isn't it? He gets to you.
How is this any of your business?
It's merely an observation. It's a wise mother who does know her own son.
Oh, please. Don't make me sick.
Wait, doesn't Adam Chandler remind you of someone?
No.
Oh, I'm sure you must notice. I mean, that commanding air, that piercing glance, the swagger.
Victor.
I thought you'd see it. Yes, that attitude. It's not so much his looks, really, but that bearing, that... just like Victor, your stepfather. May he, of course, rest in peace.
Oh, well, not much chance of that now, is there? If you're trying to get under my skin, Mother, you can forget it. You lost that ability years ago.
Have I, darling? If that were true, I would really hate it. Adam Chandler, oh, for him. How nice to see you, dear.
Vanessa, how are you?
I'm fine, much better. Oh, what a divine cologne. Oh, do you know, that reminds me of someone I love deeply.
I said everything I needed to say.
Yeah, you've said enough. Let me take it from here, okay?
I'm sorry, Trevor. I should have told you earlier.
Your guilt or innocent isn't the issue here.
Right.
No, I'm your lawyer. I will make a deal with Jack. We'll keep working on this thing.
What, you mean you don't hate me now? But you do, don't you, Mr. Montgomery? I bet you just want to beat the living daylights out of me.
Oh, son, there's nothing I'd like better. But I guess I'm just gonna have to be satisfied knowing you're gonna spend the prime of your life in prison.
Hey, it ain't over till it's over. This all of a sudden confession here, it's not gonna go in court, Jack. You know that. No, I'm talking to you, pal.
I don't want to talk anymore, Haley.
I'd say you talk plenty. That story you told about Kip Fisher? I just want to know why, Ryan. Why did you lie?
Only you can end it. End it before more people you care about get hurt. Kid. End it, kid. Or I will.
Come in.
I hate to bother you. Oh, you're working. I'll come back later.
No, it's okay. I'm just about finished.
Are you sure?
Yes. I am very, very sure. What can I do for you?
Well, I hate to drag you into all of this, especially with everything you've done for me and Max, letting us stay here in your beautiful home and all, but I didn't know who else to turn to.
What's wrong?
Well, I never would have done it, but I was at my wit's end, and I didn't know what to do, and Mateo thought that I was doing something terrible, but I wasn't, and Max thought that we were just playing a game of hide and seek the whole time.
Wait a minute. Who thought?
He was always safe, okay? He was never in any trouble, and he wasn't scared, not even for a second, I swear. But Edmund, I was just so desperate. You understand, don't you? Please, you're a parent. Please, just tell me that you understand.
Stop, please. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Mateo and Haley didn't tell you?
No. We didn't tell him. Are you sure you want to?
Haley, please just go, okay?
Not until you tell me why you're doing this. We both know that you didn't rape Kit Fisher. Why would you confess to a crime you didn't commit?
Look, I know you're disappointed in
Disappointed? Ryan, I spent time in jail for you. This is something that could cost Mateo his son if Raquel decides to take it to the judge. And now you're going to do a whole 180 on me?
Haley, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't keep lying about this. I raped Kit Montgomery, and it's time that I own up to it.
I know you'd never force yourself on a woman in a million years. Who got to you?
Haley, nobody.
Was it Jackson? Did Jackson coerce you somehow? Did he convince you that you couldn't win? Because that is not true, Ryan. You cannot listen to that. You have Uncle Trevor on your side, and if anybody can get you out of this, he can. So don't listen to anything Jackson said.
Jackson had nothing to do with this.
Was it a guard? Were you threatened in some way?
Nobody threatened me, Haley, okay? Just stop trying to get me off the hook here.
Wait. Does this have anything to do with that stuff you were rambling on about earlier?
What stuff?
You know, about loyalty and repaying a debt. Ryan, who were you talking about?
Braden! Hey, don't even think about leaving. We have to celebrate.
Celebrate what?
The end of this horrible nightmare, this hideous injustice. My husband's finally going to be a free man again. This calls for champagne. I'll even treat.
Wait, where's this coming from, Jillian? When I saw you this afternoon in the courthouse, you were on the verge of tears.
That's before I spoke to my cousin.
And he is?
Dimitri Marek, Count Andrashi to be precise. Thank God I still have one relative with money. Should have gone to him weeks ago.
What's he gonna do?
He's hired some private detectives, and they're gonna find the man who attacked Kit. And then Ryan will be free. Isn't that wonderful? Where's the waiter? They're usually so prompt with their service.
Jillian, when do these investigators plan to start their search?
They already have. That's why I'm here. I'm meeting their top man. He's gonna fill me in on the progress.
Oh, well, you're wasting your time. Not to mention Dimitri's money.
How can you say that? This is the answer to my prayers.
Well, I promised to help your husband, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I did. I have taken care of this whole situation.
When?
This afternoon, as a matter of fact. I was gonna call you.
Ow!
But here you are.
What did you do?
Well, I had a little heart-to-heart with Miss Montgomery. And I've got this gut feeling that she's gonna drop all the charges against Ryan.
All right, Duran, these are my recommendations for labor sentencing. I want them typed up and gotten to Judge Souza immediately.
Hey, Jack, we gotta talk.
What about?
Well, I gotta make a deal for my client.
A deal? Certainly not for the client that just confessed to raping my sister.
We can reduce the charges. Huh?
Let me tell you something, my friend.
I'm listening.
I have no intention of doing that.
What about me, Jack? Do I have a say in this?
So, what'd you think? Ooh, I still have the touch.
No, I would love to know what is in this letter.
Give me that.
You're a fool if you give it to him.
Well, what if he asked me, if he lost it over here? Can I lie to him?
Well, I think the least you should do is open it and read it. He's not going to know.
I must admit, I'm kind of tempted.
Oh, you should do it. Honestly, you don't know what Jenny's writing, Greg.
Well, that's just it. I mean, she wrote it to him, not me. And besides, it's a little illegal to open somebody else's mail.
Amanda, do you love him?
You know I do.
Well, all's fair in love and war, right?
It's not right.
And you're not going to open it?
I can't.
Well, if you're not going to do it, I will.
Know from his demeanor if he'd received it.
Then it's been lost.
I'm sure it has been. So you see, I don't think the letter is a threat to us anymore.
You just put a little bit of glue on this envelope, and nobody will ever know.
It's wrong.
Look, you're as anxious to read this letter as I am. Come on.
Yeah, but I never would have opened it.
Do you want me to read it to you or not?
I guess so.
Okay, dear Greg, you left before we finished our talk last night. I thought about coming home and doing it face-to-face, but then I got scared. She got scared. Jenny Gardner got scared. Right.
Liza, go on.
Then I got scared and decided that maybe writing was better. I don't blame you for breaking our engagement after the accident, but now that you've told me why you did it, I have to be honest with you, too. She's going to be honest. Oh, isn't that cute? The truth is, even though I tried not to, I never stopped loving you.
Okay. I don't want to hear anymore.
Amanda, there's only a little bit left.
That's exactly what I thought she was going to put in that letter.
Come on, there's only a little bit. Stop it. It's like that poem we read together once. Chanson de cœur.
Chanson de cœur.
Is that a greeting card? You probably don't even remember it, but I thought of it often. It's why I want you to know that whatever happens, I'll never forget all the beautiful memories. Love always, Jenny. I think I'm going to throw up.
She still loves him.
She is engaged to that wind-up model, and she's getting married at Christmas. I think she has a lot of gall writing a letter like this to Greg.
I don't want to lose him.
You don't have to. Just rip up the letter and throw it away.
But if I do the right thing, I'll give the letter to Greg.
Why? You love him, he loves you. Why let this little nobody stand in the way? Nobody's going to know if you just throw it away. Rip it up in little pieces and
yeah, but don't you see, I'll know. And I'm the one that's got to live with that.
Do you know what you're asking for?
I have no right to keep that from Greg.
Oh, Amanda, what is wrong with you? You're going to be a little martyr now?
No! Look, you do what you have to do. And I have to give Greg the letter.
Oh, I think so highly of him, Enid. And I'm so happy that he and my daughter have gotten to be so close.
So am I. I think they're a perfect match.
Yes, things seem to be going very well for them.
Indeed they do, I'm happy to say.
Except for this letter business. Now, that's not exactly helping things.
Letter? What letter?
The one I found on my living room floor last night. Greg obviously dropped it.
A letter to Greg?
Yes, from Jenny. You know, oddly enough, it hadn't even been opened.
What did you do with it?
I gave it to Amanda to return to him. She was terribly upset by the whole thing. That poor child. I think she has the feeling that Jenny is still a threat.
Did Amanda return the letter to Greg?
She was tempted not to, but I told her she should.
Why?
Well, because it's the right thing to do. Don't you agree? And we mothers see eye to eye.
Yes, well, one wonders why the girl had to write the letter in the first place.
Yeah, that's what Amanda was wondering, too.
Yes, sometimes old flames just want to stir stir up trouble. If only Amanda weren't such a scrupulous young lady. Oh, dear.
Enid, what's the matter?
Well, I'm afraid it's migraine.
Would you guys like...
No, excuse me, I cannot stay for coffee. I'm sorry, I can hardly see.
What on earth is the trouble?
Well, it's migraine, dear.
Oh, darling, I'm sorry. Let me get you some aspirin.
No, aspirin isn't going to do me any good at all. I simply have to get home just as soon as I can.
But the game! I mean, are you really feeling that well?
Yes, Phoebe, I am definitely feeling a migraine.
Would you like for me to drive?
No, it's all right. I can get myself home.
Greg. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, are you going to be home for a while? I was wondering if I could come by for a few minutes.
Ooh, I still have the touch. Bye-bye.
You know, I'm actually beginning to enjoy this. It's been nice getting to know you.